Do you want to move like this? Movement in Battlebit Remastered is probably one of the easiest to learn, unlike most other games. Compared to a lot of other games, Battlebit's player movement is very controllable, as there is almost no inertia. This means that the player doesn't slow down and comes to a pretty abrupt stop when all movement inputs are released, allowing for quicker movements and higher agility. Also, unlike in source-based games like Counter-Strike and Apex Legends, there is basically no air strafing penalty when moving your mouse around with quick movements. There is also no penalty when pressing different movement inputs while in the air, allowing you to maintain the same speed on the ground and the air. This combination of freedom allows for players to have almost free will with how they would like to move, allowing for us movement players to really abuse the system. Movement in games typically revolves around two things: speed and juking. Obviously, the faster you are, the more exaggerated movement can typically be in games, meaning it'll be harder for people to track you. To gain this faster speed, you'll need to make sure you're running the medic class, with a lighter vest and lighter helmet, as well as an SMG like the MB7 or Vector. The second concept is probably the most fundamental, as people need to understand the concept of juking. This mostly relies and depends on the distance from you to the other player, and it can only get better the closer you are. When doing any movement techniques, the farther you are, the less exaggerated it'll look for other players, making it a lot easier for them to see what you're doing, and will most of the time make you look like an idiot. To counteract this effect, get closer to the other player, and your moves will be more exaggerated to them, which will allow you to juke them out. If it came to Battlebit to B-hop, then you'll be pretty disappointed. Battlebit has a jump fatigue feature which will completely stop you from jumping after around a 1 second interval. This means that you can't really bunny hop, as once you hit the ground, you can't spam jump to keep yourself off the ground. Also, unlike some source games, you can't gain any more momentum while in the air, which means it's really only a tool for flashier gameplay. But we will still use this technique as it provides a basic foundation for some movement techniques displayed later on in this video. Mantling in Battlebit can be a curse and a blessing. Because it's so easy to do, you might want to avoid doing it as much as you can. Mantling completely slows down your momentum and can make you look like an easy target as you are locked into an animation for around 2 seconds. If you do catch yourself in a mantle, you can still spin your character around, which makes it a little bit harder for people to hit you. You can also mantle through a lot of windows in Battlebit, including really small ones, so make sure you remember this if you're trying to outplay someone or escape. This can be done super easily. Snaking, as I like to call it, is performed when you get up from the prone position while simultaneously holding down your forward input. It can also be chained, but there is another 1 second window in which you can't go prone again. While it is easy to do, it is more exaggerated with higher movement speed. This technique is really helpful at staying low to the ground while under fire in open areas, as you don't lose too much speed and you are harder to hit. Doing this around corners is also really useful, as you can surprise other players really easily. This technique is very simple to do. Just do it. I mean, come on, it's not that hard to do and provides a very significant advantage in a gunfight. It may seem kind of cowardly, but this isn't COD. Just do it. While not really a movement technique, this skill is one that can be easily learned and can make you a lot harder to hit in Battlebit. When spamming both your lead mines, your hitbox contorts to wherever your body is, making it a lot harder to hit you. This can help you win a lot more of your gunfights, as it confuses the enemy while also offsetting their aim. This is one of my favorite things to do when outplaying another player. Circling basically is just when you run in circles around another player when you're right next to them. This is really hard to track because you're so fast on the screen. It also typically stuns them, which is really powerful. Because there is no collision between players in Battlebit, you can phase through enemies, allowing for a lot of outplaying. Phasing can be done easily by running through another player at close distances, which can completely throw them off guard, allowing you to shoot them in the back. I'll typically perform this move when I'm trapped, as it's super strong. I totally recommend implementing this into your gameplay. It's probably one of the most important concepts that you just need to know about in regards to movement. You must have good pathing, so you don't accidentally mantle and lose all your momentum. Having good pathing allows for you to make quicker routes towards objectives while also maintaining your momentum and also allowing you to parkour around different areas of the map. Pathing needs to also keep in mind the jump fatigue when you b-hop, as messing up your timing on the buddy hops will most likely mess up your routes and will put you into a bad spot. To top it off, movement is entirely your expression of gameplay. Make sure to keep in mind all these techniques that were shown in the video, as better movement players will always be combining and adjusting these techs to allow for better movement. Don't just think that immediately you'll get better, as only practice over time will get you to a spot where you can comfortably mix in movement techniques into your battles. If you guys thought this guide was good, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, as I'm going to be dropping more movement and aim-based highlights in the future. Also, if you'd like to watch me live, I'll be on Twitch at twitch.tv/JimmyCHTV, streaming mostly the gameplay. Hope to see you guys around.